And do you think that rambling on the internet will change anything? People seek the truth, no matter where they find it.
Hi, this is Sean Y, and I have not really talked about this whole transgender bathrooms, all this debate, but I think I'm going to get my 2 cents in here because this is outright got ridiculous. With Target being one of the head leaders in this push for this movement of really what's a false reality, and that's exactly what it is. This is beyond belief that we are even having this conversation or having these arguments, that they are literally trying to bend and shape and mold a new reality. And that's exactly what's going on. It says why Target is taking stand on transgender people and bathrooms. The very first statements here is lunacy. It says the retailer says it wants shoppers to use whichever bathroom or fitting room matches their gender identity, saying the announcement reflects its commitment to protect people from discrimination. Now think about this. They are appealing to, now it's not just the gay and lesbian community. We've got to narrow it down now to men who think they somewhat feel like they should be women, or women that feel like they should be men. Even though this is more, seems like the big argument's been focused on men that feel like women, and there's a lot of reasons that could be. You got the argument out there that that's open to the gateway for perverse to just simply dress as women and go into the women's bathroom. Highly likely. You also have, I believe, through a lot of things have been done to us genetically, our DNA and things, they have feminized men, I think, through a lot of foods, a lot of chemicals and things like that. And, you know, it can be a lot of things, mental illness, and I think that's a lot of where this comes in, where you got men out there thinking they're women or vice versa, and it really comes down to a mental illness. When you try to take a reality that is set in stone, this is facts, this is reality, it's not a choice. You are born male or you're born female. You don't all of a sudden get to decide one day, hey, I feel like I'm more of a woman. Okay? I'm a man. I tell you right now, no man out there has any idea what it feels like to be a woman or a woman. It's impossible to even fathom that they think they should feel like something they are not and can never even experience to know what it's like to be a female because they were never a female. It's lunacy. It is a mental illness, and this is being pushed not by the people. And let's read this article a little bit, and I'll tell you what I mean here. It says the decision comes amid growing controversy over North Carolina's bathroom law. And if you've been keeping up on that, North Carolina, stuck to his gun saying basically if you're a man, you're going to use the man's bathroom. If you're a woman, you're going to use the woman's bathroom. It's called normal. And now all of a sudden they are being bullied by big corporations, by businesses, and saying they're not going to do business with them anymore. So we'll get into that. And here it says, basically, in Target's core belief is sometimes we celebrate, we stand for equality and equity, and strive to make our guests and team members feel accepted, respected, and welcome in our stores and workplaces every day, the company said in a statement. Same old bull that all these companies are saying, the same old lines thrown out there. I mean, this is literally a brainwashing tactic. They are not standing for the people, normal people. The normal people see nothing normal about this. They are standing for this push of this false reality. We'll get into that soon. I'm getting there. Public sentiment has largely swung in favor for progressive issues such as LGBT rights. While the Supreme Court ruling last year on marriage equality emboldened many corporations to support equality measures. There you have it. This progressive issues, this is a new thing too. This is just like this transgender and all these different labels being thrown out there as if it's always been this way. This is all new. This is all just divide and conquer on a whole new level. There is no such thing as progressive issues far as when you're dealing with sexuality. You know, I even saw, no, I couldn't find it, but Target actually tried to compare what it's doing now as to saying they was one of the first companies to put a black person in their far as advertisement. Now, how that even compares to the same thing as allowing a man to use a woman's bathroom, I have no idea. That is a real human rights issue. Black, white, red, whatever, you are a human being. You're God's created being. But that's a different story because these people do not believe in God, or they do, and we'll get to that. These corporations exactly know they believe in God. They are pushing for the Antichrist movement, this world of anti-God. It all goes back to these higher corporations like Disney and all that, which own the media, which own everything. It goes all back to the top. And that's where these influencers are coming down to, pushing and forcing these littler companies to go along with this. And then saying that it's the people that want this, when it's not the people that want this. It's the corporations making, the big corporations making these other businesses do this, and then passing off and saying, oh, the people want this, and you as a person, a normal person with no mental illness, is going, no, I don't want this. The people are pushing back. Target's lost what, tens of millions in stock or so. Oh no, wait, it gets down here. Yeah, it's insane how much stocks they lost. It's not about the money. They don't care that they've lost money. They know they're going to lose money because they know that it's like a 0.03%, as somebody says, which I think that's probably high of what part of the population is LGBT, not just transgender. That's all of them combined. Gay, lesbian, bi, transgender, whatever. That's all of them combined. As a group, they only make a very small percentage of the population. And they are pushing to please that little group. What sense does that make? Unless there's a bigger agenda behind it, is to break up the family, to push for this anti-God world. That is what it is in the big picture. You know, it wasn't too long ago, just like this article says, that Target took a stance on transgender rights. For one corporation, progressive stance is nothing new. It said last year it would stop using gender-based signs for toys after some customers expressed frustration. See, after some customers, no, bull. That's just lies. If I walked in there and said, hey, your signs offend me, you think they're going to go and change the signs because the customer says so. No, they're being pushed by Disney and all these big corporations into doing this. I mean, they are a big corporation. They're probably part of it. You want to know about this whole New World Order agenda and what it is, this Antichrist system? This is it. This is part of it. So, do I make this video because I hate these people? I hate transgenders? I hate gays? No. I'm making it because it is absolutely insane to say you're discriminating against somebody by standing up for normal behavior. You are a man. You're expected to use a man's restroom. You're a woman. You're expected to use a woman's restroom. Until recently, this was normal. Now all of a sudden, they're trying to act like this is discrimination if you don't believe this. It is 1984. 1 minute things are this way, then it's flipped upside down and say it's this way. It's always been this way. No, it's not always been this way. In fact, this is extreme of it's not always been this way. And then you're anti-gay, you're a hater of gays, you're discriminating if you don't think this is normal that a man should be able to use a woman's restroom. No, that's probably going to make the women uncomfortable. And there are, like I said, there's perverts and everything else with people with other intentions. And the ones that actually have this mental illness that believe they are women and have no intention of doing anything wrong besides going to the bathroom, that it's still a mental illness. I mean, it's no different than if I was going to try to say, hey, I got this imaginary friend here and I think you should give him a job and pay him. Oh, what? You're going to discriminate against me and my imaginary friend and not give him a job? You're going to be thrown in a nut house. People will say you're nuts. It is no different saying, I'm a man with male parts, but I just want to decide I'm a woman, even though you can clearly see I'm a man with man parts, but I don't identify as that, and you're just supposed to go along with that. How is that not insane? And what's bad is I see this world, especially like younger generations, being convinced of this, brainwashed into thinking this is the norm. They are being pushed at a young age right now to think this is normal, to even ponder or even play with the idea that you might feel this way. You may be gay, you don't know it all. No, test it out. There's literally those thoughts being thrown around, and which can really screw up a little kid at a young age when they're maturing and all that and confused and going through all these different things anyway. And it really is a messed up world that kids have to grow up in right now. So I really just wanted to rant and make this video because it's really scary that this is an issue, really. And it's not that everybody is going along with this. It's the news that's ran by these same corporations pushing this on us that's making it seem like that this is a majority of people that want to go along with this. It's all this being pushed at us from every direction. You got Trump out there saying he's all for it now. It's brainwashing and conditioning on a mass scale to make it seem like this is normal. So, that's how it works, folks. It's a scary world. All you can do is, if you do got kids that are in these schools that are pushing this kind of stuff, is, especially if you're Christians, just make sure that you teach them the right and wrong values of what's normal in your own household. You can't depend on the system to raise your kids, because this is what happens. We are more and more being torn away from God's plan for what we are as a creation. And this is all satanic doing. This is making way for this Antichrist system that is coming. So, just everybody just pray about this, and God bless. Hopefully try to get some more videos out soon. I've just been really busy working. It's really hard for me to keep up on things and study as much as I want to, but I'm really going to start making an effort to do it more. So, send me some prayers and some support. Thank you. God bless.